What's up, y'all? It's Anime Gamer back with another video. Also, today I'm going to talk about communities. This is a topic I've never really thought too much on, honestly, until like someone I watch kind of pointed stuff out. And then it's like, I kind of realized my own stuff as well. And so, I mean, I'm probably going to have to split this up into two parts, to be honest, because it's honestly going to be that long. So, anyways, so about communities, it's like, where are people finding friends nowadays? Because it's like, and I don't mean, like the fake friend stuff I've talked about, like drinking buddies, not a friend, going to the club with someone, not a friend, like those are not friends. Those are acquaintances, those are not, those are just someone who's just killing time and they are not serious at all, or that they just want to have quote unquote fun, as they call it, and it's just some ridiculous stuff, to be honest. But it's weird stuff because it's like years and years and years ago, it was like there was a lot of places to go, like even before 2010, like when the phones come out and stuff and the social media came out, there was a lot of places to go, but it's like there's no communities now. Like there's none. Communities are dead, and all the bowling alleys are closing down. Like, I mean, if you got a bowling alley in your area, you are lucky. You're one of the lucky few, because most people honestly do not have stuff like that. And, it's on, at least in the Western world, it's like, there's nothing to do. There's nothing, even if you like got money or something, like, yeah, you could possibly go shopping, but like that's not community, like, like in the so-called, the Matrix community centers and stuff like that, that's not a community neither. And I mean, because if it was, then a lot of people would be ended up making some friends, or maybe even finding a partner. They could even possibly find a partner or something, like. But like a man could find a woman or something, like. And I can't tell you how many times I thought this, like all these towns, they will talk about, oh, it's such a good little community, like my town does this, for instance, and it's just like, there's no community here. Like, it's kind of stupid the way they say that, because there is no community here. And another thing too is like, about community is they'll like a lot of times, these therapists or, whoever will give like unrealistic ideas of like something you could go do, and that's not a community. Your job is not a community. And a community is something you go to have fun, not like something that they deem as fun that's not really fun, like drinking or smoking cigarettes or weed or whatever. That's not fun. That's not fun stuff. That's just going to destroy your body. And, plus, and God does not want us to do that kind of stuff. Like, so, I mean, but anyway, another thing too is like, even a community center, like, even a community center will be, you know, you'll notice, like, it's a bunch of freaking middle class. Like, it's nobody else. Like, that's it. You know, there's just a bunch of gossip there. There's just, you know, or whatever, you know, and then that is not community. That's not community. And it's just, it's a sad world we live in, you know. It's just, you know, there should be more community, you know, like, because I can tell you in my state, there is not much community from, you know, all I've seen. There's no community. And, you know, like, I know of one bowling alley that's honestly, like, near me, like, you know, and I'm talking, like, in, like, 100-mile radius. Like, that's still actually in business. You know, like, everything is going out of business. Everything is going away now because all people want to do is sit on the phone. And I'm going to make a video about that, you know, about stuff like the phones and stuff and social media. But, you know, that's a topic for another video. But another thing too is, like, you know, that's all they want to do. You know, it's like even kids, like, you know, when they get a Christmas present, like, I've seen people when they get a Christmas present, like, you know, this one kid, he got like a PS5, you know, and it's like, you know, well, shoot, you know, that's a good gift, you know, I love mine, you know, but like, and then he'll be like, no, I didn't want that. I wanted a phone. I want a tablet, or, you know, or something like that. I'm like, are you serious? You'd rather have that than anything? Like, you know, it's sad where we live in, but, you know, community, you know, there is no community. There's nothing to go out and do, per se. You know, it's like everybody's stuck at home, on the phone, on the tablet, you know, and then that's it. They don't want to do nothing else. And, you know, that is really boring. That is not living life, to be honest. And, you know, it's just a sad world we live in, honestly, you know. Like, a lot of other countries, you know, they got community. They got stuff to do. And, you know, over here, you know, it's just, I mean, yeah, you'll occasionally find something you can go and do. Maybe if you, like another thing too is, like, don't get me wrong, you know, I like concerts just as the next person, but, you know, that is not community neither. You know, that's not community neither. That's just something you kind of go and do. You know, you spend money on vacation. That's not community either. You know, so before someone says some stuff like that, that is not genuine community. You know, genuine community is, like, you know, a place where a lot of people can gather, you know, that's not, like, dangerous or toxic, you know. So the bar, the clubs, that's not community. I mean, the clubs, honestly, the clubs are dying. Like, you know, men are not going to clubs anymore, hardly at all, you know, and, you know, the clubs are dying. The clubs are dying. Eventually, women won't even be going to them neither. And, you know, the bars too, like, you know, the bars, they still got quite a few people in them, but, you know, it's like, you know, for most alcoholics, like, if you could just drink at home on the computer, or not the computer, my bad, like the tablet or the phone, why would you need to go out to the bar? I mean, you could just do that at home, you know. So it's like, you know, it's just, you know, it's bad all around. Like, there is no community. That it does not. It's just not here anymore. And even stuff that, you know, that was considered stuff like that back in the day. Like, back in the day, you know, something as simple as Chuck E. Cheese's, you know, was like, yeah, that was basically kind of like community. And, you know, there's barely any of them around anymore, you know. And, like, a lot of the good stuff is going away, you know, like bowling, and stuff like that, you know. Like, literally, like, you know, people would probably rather bowl on, like, Wii Sports than than to bowl in real life. Like, I'm not even joking. And it's like, you know, that's fine and all. You know, video games are fine and all. I don't have a problem with them, you know, because I love them too. But, like, you know, I mean, yeah, gaming is a community. I will say that. It is a community, you know, but I'm kind of talking about communities, like, outside of your home, you know. And it's like, you know, in a lot of places, community is dead, you know. And it's like, you know, a lot of stuff, like, when people's going to, like, you know, conventions or you know, stuff like that, you know, people aren't really talking to other people as much, you know. They're kind of, most of them just stick to themselves, you know. They're just there because they're just there, you know, like, and that's not community either. It's because, you know, it's just like, you know, hey, you know, I want to go to a community thing, but I want to be stuck up, you know, and that's not community. You know, community is when people come together, you know, and, you know, they do something, you know, cool, you know, pretty good, cool, something meaningful or something, and, you know, it's just, it's sad reality. It really is, you know, and community is honestly dead, you know. I can honestly say that. It is dead. Like, you know, another thing, too, is like pool halls. You know, pool halls, you know, these were big back in like the 70s, the 80s, hell, even the 60s. You know, this stuff was really big back in the day, and, you know, it's not now. It's not now, and, you know, it's a sad reality. But, dang it. Yeah, I mean, because, you know, I've been to a pool hall, you know, and it's honestly pretty fun. Like, you know, a pool hall is fun. You know, it's a place to go and chat and talk, you know, and it's like, nope, not anymore, you know. You'd rather be on the phone. You'd rather be on the tablet, you know, and thanks to that, you know, it's died. It's not here no more, you know, but I'm probably sure there may be some like in the country, but it's like, you know, not very dang many, you know, so, and, you know, and not anywhere near me neither, so, you know, that's not an option for me neither. So, I mean, like, you know, it's becoming to the point now, people's willing to freaking travel just to find some sort of community, and, you know, in most places they can't find it either. They end up going to certain, like, events and whatnot, and it's just not, you know, it doesn't work out for them, you know, and, you know, it's not really a money issue either. Like, you know, I mean, well, I guess to some people it could be, you know, but, like, you know, what I mean by that is, like, you know, if you, like, let's just say you got the money to go, like, say, to a pool hall or to go bowling, you know, there's not really a community to go with. Like, you know, you go alone, or maybe with, like, a couple of family members, or, like, maybe you're, like, if a man's going with his wife or, you know, his girlfriend or something, you know, but other than that, you know, like, I remember back, you know, a long time ago, you know, like 15, 18 years ago, it was like, you know, as a matter of fact, you know, probably like 19 years ago even, and these places were open, you know. And I'll tell you another thing, like, you know, in the pool halls and the bowling alleys, you would have, like, the jukebox, you know, the jukeboxes going on, like, and people would put money in them, and then, you know, people would keep putting money on them, and it's like, you know, it'd play their song that they put money in, and then the next person who put money in it to play a song, it would do it like that, you know, and that was cool, you know, because I used to have a bowling alley and a pool hall that was like that, and, you know, I had so much fun. That was community, you know. That was fun. That was pretty cool, and it went out of business, you know. Like, COVID took it out of business, you know, and but it was already struggling before that, you know. And so, I mean, all these places like that are dying. They're really dying. And, you know, it's like, what can one do to even find genuine community? Because, you know, it's almost like community has just disappeared, you know. And I long for the days when community comes back, you know. And I'm not saying that there's zero community. What I'm trying to say is there's very little of it left. You know, there may be some communities, say in, like, you know, Arkansas, but, you know, like, I don't live in Arkansas, so that's not going to benefit me none. So, I mean, if it benefits you, you know, and you live in Arkansas, hey, you know, I'm glad, you know. And it's just no, you know. I want genuine community, you know, and it's just not coming back. I'll be honest. It's not going to come back. You know, family's dead too. I talked about this a little bit in another video, and I plan on doing a certain, like, side video about that family dead stuff, like, because family is dead, and you know, and it's just, in the Western world, family is dead. And there's very little people who have, like, genuine family that care about them. Very few, like, a lot of people don't. And, you know, that's what I mean by family is dead. And I mean other stuff too, you know, and I'll break all that down in the video, but, like, you know, I mean, it's just, I don't know. It's just, it's very sad, honestly, that, you know, these communities they've all been choked out. They're all done, and, you know, it's just, it's a very sad reality. It really is, and I wish that it wasn't. I really do. I wish that community was still around. You know, like, and I'll tell you another thing that's also, like, things to do is also dying. And that's honestly part of community too. Like, you know, like movie theaters, that is dying. That is completely dying. Like, I can be honest with you, ever since I've been in a movie theater, and this has even been before COVID, so don't use the COVID excuse, you know, say like all the way back to like 2016, because, you know, I've watched quite a few movies in theaters since then, and, you know, every time it's either me, the person I'm with, and just like a few other people, like a handful of people, no matter what the film is, because the thing is people, they don't go out and do that. They're so lazy, they stream it at home, you know, and, you know, they'd rather just pay money for it at the house and just, you know, watch it there, you know. To hell with everybody else. I don't want to look at no one else. Like, that's how they act. And, you know, that is not community. That is a sign of a community dying. And, you know, and it doesn't have to be like movie theater neither. Like, you know, even like, I don't know if y'all remember, like, there's even a thing, like, in some places still have these. You know, like, you know, it's a drive-in movie theater, you know, and, like, these were really big back in the 80s and 90s. I think they might have been big in the 70s, too. I'm not sure, but I know they was big in the 80s. They were big in the 90s, and those are dying, too. And another thing, like, you know, you'll see another sign of community dying. You know, you could say it's inflation too, and, you know, the economy and stuff like that. But that's a sign of community dying too. All of it's a sign of community dying. And, you know, like, a lot of grocery stores are just going out of business because they just can't keep up. That's a sign of community dying. And, you know, whatever the store may be, you know, if it's dying, you know, Amazon has destroyed community. I will honestly, genuinely say that Amazon has genuinely destroyed community. It's helped destroy community. It's not maybe not the number one reason, but it's definitely on the top three. You know, so you know, it's like it's irreversible damage. It cannot be reversed, and you know, it's going to get worse from here on out when it comes to community, because you know, community is dead. It is dead. It's not coming back. Like, you know, it's a very sad reality, and gone are the days, you know, community was thriving. Gone are the days when there was so much to do, and you was like, you know, man, there's just so much to do. You know, those days are gone, and it's just the days of staying on the phone, staying on the tablet, and not conversing with nobody, you know, like even if you look, like, you know, back in my day, like, and I don't mean that, like, what I mean is, like, you know, when I was a teenager, you know, which seems like a long time ago, but I mean, it really wasn't, I guess, but, you know, the cashiers would talk to you. Obviously, you know, people in line would talk to you in the grocery store. Now it's not like that. Like, if you go into somewhere like Walmart or, you know, something like that, like, it's very rare that the cashier will talk to you. But, you know, as far as the other people in line, they've always got a smug-ass look on their face, and they do not talk. They will not talk to you. You know, I mean, yeah, sure, the middle class might try to talk to someone else if it's their own class, obviously, but other than that, you know, it's just no, they're not gonna, nobody's gonna talk. And, you know, we've also become really cold and heartless as well, like as the Bible said we would. A lot of people, it's like, you know, I miss genuine conversation, you know, like even in the grocery store line, like, you know, like I talked about before, you know, if you've not seen the video, like I put out about stuff like stuff in the Matrix and stuff, like, and I plan on putting out a lot more videos on that, you know, so if you're wondering, well, what else is there, you know, there's a lot, you know, so, but, yeah, it's just, you know, it's a sad reality. It really is, you know, and like, you know, that's honestly one reason why, like a lot of us, you know, people who grew up in the 2000s as a teenager, you know, that's one reason why we feel so nostalgic, because it's not just because of the snacks and or the video games or nothing. It's got more to do with it than that. It's that there was actual genuine community to go to as kids. You know, we had that. You know, maybe not as much as it was maybe in the 80s or something, but, you know, we had quite a lot, and not anymore, though. Not anymore. And, you know, it's just, it's a very sad reality, because, you know, I miss those days, you know, and, like, I'll tell you another thing, too. You know, like, if any of y'all have this in y'all's area, let me know, because I would honestly genuinely be shocked. Let me know if y'all actually have like an ice cream truck that actually has a route that goes through and you know, sells and gives ice cream to the children and whoever wants it. Let me know if you actually genuinely have that, because, you know, I miss those days, you know, I really honestly do. And you know, that's another sign too that community is dying, is when stuff like that goes away. And at this point, it is just irreversible damage, y'all. It really honestly is. And dang it. Yeah, but as I was saying though, just try to hold on about it because, you know, like I understand there's nothing hardly to do, you know, going out, and it's because of social media, it's because of the phone, it's because of the Matrix, you know, and that is not how humans need to be. That, you know, humans they crave community, and you know, if you take that away, honestly, like, you know, what do you have left, you know? And but yeah, I mean, I thought I would kind of, you know, do a little video on community as well. I'm not quite done with the video yet, but I just thought I would say that, you know, I felt like doing a video on community. But another thing too is like how I mentioned, like with the pool halls and stuff, and the jukebox, you know. Another thing too is like, you know, all this stuff, you know, it makes you wonder, where is it gone? Like, it really makes you wonder where it has gone, because, I mean, is it just in a landfill somewhere? Like, I mean, because I've actually, you know, watched YouTubers go and actually explore like abandoned bowling alleys, and there was this one, it was like really crazy stuff, like, and literally this thing was so, like, it closed down in like the 20 teens, like the mid 20 teens, and the floor to the bowling alley, like, was, you know, it was rotten, you know, like it was falling in, like if you made one wrong step, you know, things could be really bad. You could break a leg, or, you know, something like that, and it was a crazy video. But anyway, it's just, you know, that's sad, because, you know, they're left, they're abandoned, you know, and heck, even theme parks, like, as dangerous as theme parks are, carnivals, stuff like that, that was something for community. And, you know, that stuff is slowly, it's almost all gone. That, like, almost all that is all gone, and it's not very common. And but I mean, like I said, it's a sad reality. It's a sad reality, because you can't just go out and do something with someone anymore. Like, you know, anything meaningful or fun, or, you know, because going out to the bar is not meaningful. You know, going out to the club ain't meaningful anymore. Like, you know, you can't really pick up a date, you know, at a club anymore. So, like I said, the clubs are dead anyway, and, you know, so that doesn't really matter neither. And I mean, but yeah, I thought I would talk a little bit about community, because it's dead. It honestly is dead. And but yeah, so I think I'm going to end this one here, honestly. You know, I may do another part to this. I don't really know. It just depends on if someone does comment or something, or wants me to do a part 2. But it's very hard to find stuff to do with no community. And, you know, and another thing too is, like, you know, like even stuff like that some people don't even care about, like, you know, libraries or computer labs, that, like, that stuff's even closing down. Like, it's all going out of business. Like, believe it or not, states do not even fund, like, computer labs or libraries anymore, unless it, like, is in a school, you know. But before too long, libraries won't be in the school. The books will be gone. It'll all be digital, you know, and that's coming faster than people think. You know, as a matter of fact, it's already happening. You know, there's already schools that do digital books. You know, and it's just, you know, it's complete stupid. It's honestly stupid. It really is, because you've got no. Before it's over with, you know, we're already almost at this point now. Nobody's gonna be able to bond over anything. You know, people are just so heartless now, and like I said, there is no community. And you know, when there's no community, you know, that can kind of make you depressed. You know, and I mean, I know it does me. I mean, I don't know about anybody else, but you know, it kind of does get under my skin. You know, that there's no community, and there's not even no family communities neither. Like, you know, but like I said, I am going to end this one here. So, God bless you all, and I hope you liked the video. I'll go live tonight and talk about something, and I got 2 game reviews coming up as well. So, you know, that'll be fun to do as well. But yeah, I'm gonna end this one here, and I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye.